Summary of the interpretation of Surah An-Nisa, verse 12. This verse continues the explanation of the limits of inheritance established by God Almighty. After detailing the share of each heir in the previous verse of Surah An-Nisa, it serves as a precise continuation of the divine system of justice, which leaves no gaps in rights and no room for whims. God Almighty clarifies that the husband has a specific share of his wife's estate if she has no children. If she has children, his share is reduced because the estate is distributed among the descendants. Similarly, the wife receives her share of her husband's estate according to a well-defined system that considers the presence or absence of children. Each ruling is linked to a specific situation that maintains balance within the family. The context then shifts to the inheritance of the deceased without ascendants or descendants. It explains that maternal siblings have a specific share, 1/6 for one, and 1/3 shared by more than one, provided there is no harm, manipulation, or will use to detriment the heirs. Islamic law does not merely aim to distribute wealth, but rather to establish justice and prevent the manipulation of rights under the guise of wills or debts. The verse concludes by emphasizing that these shares are determined after the execution of a will or the repayment of a debt. Debt is an obligatory right, while a will is a voluntary right, but both must be fulfilled within limits that are free from injustice and bias. The verse then states that all of this is legislation from God, the all-knowing, the most forbearing, who knows the true nature of people's hearts and grants his servants respite out of mercy, without being unaware of their intentions or actions. Summary of the interpretation of Surah An-Nisa, verse 13. The Quran is declaring that all the preceding shares and rules are not mere recommendations, but rather clear boundaries between right and wrong. These boundaries must not be transgressed, nor should anything be done to undermine them, for they were established with the knowledge of God, who encompasses all things. God clarifies that whoever adheres to these limits and obeys God and His Messenger in implementing them will receive a reward not only in this world but also in the hereafter, where they will enter gardens beneath which rivers flow, in perpetual and unending bliss. This is the true and supreme triumph, incomparable to any worldly victory, no matter how great. It is as if the verse links legislation with reward. Whoever adheres to divine justice in this world will attain eternal honor in the hereafter. Because religion is not merely a set of rules, but a complete way of life that leads to true success with God.